Good evening, Francisco Spire. Good evening,
Good
Pedro.
evening, teacher. I going to driving right now.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Good evening, Edwin.
Good evening, teacher. How are you?
Good. What about you?
I am good,
Okay.
but
How,
right now I am not on my house.
where are you?
I have to be driver. I have to be driver for my wife.
Okay. So be careful
Yeah. No, I am not driving right now, but I am waiting for his,
for her.
for she,
For her.
for my wife, for her. Sorry.
Okay, but later you are going to go home.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay. Good. Are you near your house or far from your house?
Right now I am far.
Okay.
So for this moment I can connect for the class. Maybe I am going to drive more or less 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay.
Yeah,
Good. We also
but I am
have
here.
good, good, thank you. We also have Omar and Roberto. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, teacher.
How's
Good
it
evening,
going?
Omar.
How's it going, Roberto?
Fine.
And Omar?
Everything okay, teacher? Thank you.
Okay, good. How do you feel the exam yesterday? How was the exam? Easy, difficult, kind of difficult?
Some parts difficult.
Which part?
The first part, the
The
listening
listening.
part. Yeah,
The thing is that you only had a question, so from the question you needed to guess if it was if a person was talking about that, yes or no, just that. In other words, you needed to imagine and then guess if they were talking about that. That was imagination. You said, "Oh yeah, maybe," or "No, I don't think so." It was, it wasn't related to pay attention to all the conversation because it was not a conversation. It was only one question, but you needed to imagine the scene. So, was it a restaurant? Is it possible they were talking about the check or about food? And like that. Yes. How about the rest? Roberto, Omar, how was the test?
The reading teacher is a part. It was confused, but
The reading was confusing.
a little bit confused because one question tell that read talking about Belgium, Bel Belgica or Belgium,
Build.
something like that. But in the reading is that uh, doesn't appears.
It didn't
I
appear.
was
It didn't appear. Okay. Roberto?
I think the first part was too easy, and the last part
The
I had
first,
to
the first part was easy for you. The listening.
the listening. The second part too.
Okay, good. Good, because when I was checking the exam, I said the listening part will be difficult for them because you need to imagine, you need to be creative, imagine the scene. They say it's going to be difficult, but
You remember for the reason was my question last night before to test because I want to understand the idea of that
mhm,
5 6 questions. Yeah.
exactly. So you needed to pay attention, but be creative at the same time. Good.
Yeah. The last time I felt too uh, difficult, a little difficult because we have problem to down the file. But I was too nervous
You were
because
nervous.
I was playing with the time. Yes, and I feel so confused.
Okay, good. You
But
felt
was okay for me. I
good.
believe.
Good. So the scores are going to be ready this weekend. So you will see them this weekend. Yes. So let's start with attendance. Felix is not here, maybe later. So it's not here, maybe later. Later. Eric. I don't know where Eric is. Marlon. Marlon is not here. Adolfo is not here, maybe later. Nancy. Where is Nancy? She's usually early. Omar.
Present teacher.
David is not here. Francisco Gaitan is not here, maybe later. Constantino is not here, maybe later. Stanley, maybe later. Edwin Mendez.
Present teacher.
Francisco, Manuel Francisco is here.
Present.
Okay, but you're Francisco Spire. This is Manuel Francisco Peraza. Juan Ramirez is
Uh,
not here.
Sorry.
Lizeth Reyes.
Present teacher.
Okay, now Francisco Spire and Roberto Zúñiga.
Present.
Perfect.
Person.
Okay. Okay, today we have an interesting topic. I'm not pretty sure, but I remember some of you are from the IT department here in the classroom. Yes or no? From the IT department? If I don't make a mistake, Marlon, I guess. And I don't remember the other person. But Marlon is from IT department. Now I'm going to start with that question. What is the IT department? What is an IT department? Who knows the answer? Because most companies, when they are big, they have an IT department. So what is it?
Is the department that we support all the computers, informatics, and they create apps, and they support all the thing that the paying, the logistic, and things like that.
Are you from the IT department, Francisco?
No,
Okay, good. So yeah, you're right. All that you said is correct. An IT department is a department where you have people who are experts in technology. So they know about troubleshooting related to computers, related to internet, related to applications, as you were saying. In some companies, they develop applications for the companies. I don't know if in your company they develop applications for you to use them. Do you have applications to use?
Yes, we have
And what do you use it for?
for mechanic, for QC. We use iPad and application on iPad for send request for QC. Uh, do a step for the document job.
Okay, good. So all those things that you do are related to your job, related to what you have to do. They develop the application because it's going to be a tool that you will use maybe to send some information or to receive some information. And that's the objective of the IT department, to connect all parts of the company in one way through the net, because you always use internet. Yes. And they will also help you with technical problems that you can have in your computer. And sometimes They also have well, I don't know if you in your company you have a maintenance team or maintenance department. Do you have a maintenance department? Sometimes it's similar to the IT department or it's part of the IT department, but sometimes they have it like in another area, depending on the activities that the company does. So, do you have a maintenance department? Do you know what a
Yes,
maintenance
teacher.
Do you know what a maintenance department is, Lisette?
Mantenimiento, facilities.
Good. So, maintenance department helps you when you have problems, for example, with machines, they fix them. If you have problems with air conditioners, they fix them. If you have problems with, I don't know, maybe a door is broken, they fix it. So they fix all the things. But the IT department is mainly related to technology. And maintenance department is in general to fix different things from machines to objects like doors and ceiling and all those things. Yes. So that's a difference, and this is what we are going to have today. I'm going to share the screen with you. We'll check a conversation that is over there, and we will learn some expressions that are going to be new. So let's start with Raymond and Dorian. So it says, "Thank you for coming, Dorian. No problem. Someone reported a fault on one of your machines. I'll have a look at it. You're right. You know, it doesn't work properly and it makes a strange noise. This is a complex machine, so maybe you will need some time." Yes, complex machines have a lot of components. I need to take the metal casing off to verify it is a minor fault or what. I understand. If that is the case, we need to speed things up. I recommend check the brushes once a fortnight to make sure they're not down. And what makes it and what happens if they are? We will have to extend the shot. Yes? And that was the conversation. Questions about vocabulary in that conversation?
Teacher, what is the meaning of the speed thing ups?
To do things quickly.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, another one.
Sure. Mental casting. What is the main?
Metal casing. The metal casing is like, for example, your cell phone. Your cell phone has a case. The case protects your cell phone, especially in the backside of the cell phone.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
So,
I understand.
okay, if you have a machine, that machine has something that covers the machine. So that is the casing. You cannot touch components because you need to remove that metal casing or case.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another one?
Once a fortnight,
Good,
check the brushes once a fortnight.
good. Once fortnight means 15 days. Fortnight is like quincena, a fortnight.
Once time every 15 days.
One time every 15 days, exactly. Once a
Okay,
fortnight means one time every 15 days. Exactly.
thank you.
Another one?
What's the meaning? Speed things up.
As I said before, speed things up means to do things quickly in a short period of time. You need to accelerate things. The verb is speed up, to increase the speed, to do things faster. Another one? David? Nancy? No. Okay, so you will help me answer the following questions. Question number 1 will be for Nancy. What seems to be the problem with the machine? What seems to be the problem with the machine?
It makes a strange noise.
Good. It makes a strange noise. That is the problem. Yes, it makes a strange noise. Obviously, that strange noise is produced by something else. But until you open it, you will see what it is. Yes, but the problem right now is that it makes a strange noise. Good. David, number 2. What recommendation does Dorian give? What recommendation does Dorian give?
And check the brochure once for 9.
Perfect. That is the recommendation. He said, I recommend check the brushes once a fortnight to make sure they're not down. Yes, the brushes are like cepillos. So to verify that they are not, they have to be like this to clean. If they are like this, they are not cleaning. So that's a main suggestion. Good, David. Thank you. So now let's practice this conversation before next activity because you need to know and understand what those words involved mean or the expressions involved mean. So Omar is going to be Raymond and Edwin is going to be Dorian. Omar, you are Raymond, and Edwin is going to be Dorian. Omar, your microphone is off.
Sorry. Thank you for coming, Dorian.
No problem. Someone report a fault on one of your machine. I'll have a look at it.
You're right. You know, it doesn't work properly, and it makes a strange noise. This is a complex machine, so maybe you will need some time.
Yes, complex machine have a lot of components. I need to take the metal casing off to bury if it's a minor fault or what.
I understand.
If that is the case, we need to speed up. I recommend check the brush once a fortnight to make sure they're not down.
And what happens if they are?
We will have to extend the shoot.
Okay, just pronunciation. The pronunciation is reported a fault. No problem. Someone reported a fault. Fault. And then I will have a look at it. I look at it. I look at it. I look at it. Yes, I look at it. So next one, Nancy is gonna be Dorian and David is gonna be Raymond.
Okay, thanks, Jules, for coming, Doria.
No problem. Someone report a fault. No one of your machines. I have looked at it.
You are right. You know, it does not work properly and it make a stain nose. This is a complex machine, so maybe you will need some time.
Yes, complex machines have a lot of components. I need to take the metal casing off to vary if it is a minor fault or what.
I understand.
If that is the case, we need to speed things up. I recommend check the brushes once a fortnight to make sure they're not down.
And what happens if they are?
We will have to extend the shoot.
The shot. The shot. Good. There is one mistake in the conversation. It's not to vary, it's to verify. To verify if it is a minor fault. They only typed vary, but it's verify. To verify if it is a minor fault. Good. Just David, try to read with more fluency because you say something like, you are right. You know, it does not work properly and it makes a strange noise. If you translate it to Spanish, it would be like, tienes razón, sabes, eso no trabaja correctamente y hace un ruido extraño. So when you read, you don't have to read like that. If you read, you stop only when you have a comma or when you have a period or when you have an exclamation point. There you can stop. If you don't have a comma, it's impossible to stop. So you will say, you are right. You stop. You know, you stop, a little pause. It doesn't work properly and it makes a strange noise. This is a complex machine, so maybe you will need some time. You don't stop. And then, yes, complex machines have a lot of components. Stop. I need to take the metal casing off to verify if it is a minor fault or what. You stop. I understand. You stop. If that is the case, you stop. We need to speed things up. You stop. I recommend check the brushes once a fortnight to make sure they are not down. You stop. And what happens if they are? You stop. We will have to stand the shot. You stop. Yes? Now let's listen to Roberto Zuniga and Joshua. So Roberto is Raymond and Joshua is Dorian.
Thank you for coming, Dorian.
No problem. Someone report a fault on our machine. I have looked at it.
You are right to know it doesn't work properly and it made a strange noise. This is a complex machine, so maybe you will need some time.
Yes, complex machine have a lot of components. I need to take the metal case off to vary it is a minor fault or what?
I understand.
If that is the case, we need to speed it up. I recommend check the brush once a fortnight to make sure they are not done.
And what happens if they are?
We will have to extend the chat.
We will have to extend the shot. Extend the shot. Okay, so pronunciation brushes. Check the brushes once a fortnight. Then verify. It's not very. In the case of Dorian, it's not the case enough to verify, to verify, to verify, to verify if. Hay un error ahí, no es very, es verify. To verify if it is a minor fault. Fault or what? Now, Juan Ramirez, you're gonna be Raymond, and Adolfo, you're gonna be Dorian.
Thank you for coming, Dorian.
No problem. Someone report a fault on one of your machines. I will have a look at it.
You are right. You know, it does not work properly and it makes a strange noise. This is a complex machine, so maybe you will need some time.
Yes, complex machines have a lot of components. I need to take the metal casing off to verify it's a minor fault or what.
I understand.
If that is case, we need to speed things up. I recommend you check the brushes once a fortnight to make sure they are not down.
And what happens if they are?
We will have to extend the shot.
Good. Just the pronunciation is minor, minor fault. Minor, minor fault. Good. Thank you. Now, let's see if after reading that conversation, you understand the meaning of those words that you have over there. Here we have some expressions that you can use in order to describe issues. Issues means problem related to troubleshooting. Do you know what troubleshooting is?
Búsqueda de,
Can you repeat it?
búsqueda de falla o búsqueda de problema.
Perfect. So that is a troubleshooting when you are trying to know the main problem that especially an object has. Yes, that is troubleshooting, and it is related to technology. So here we have some expressions that you can use for describing issues or problems. So the first one is I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it. It means that you want to check it. You want to observe. You want to take a look at it. Yes. So I'll have a look at it. Then it doesn't work properly. It's another expression that you can use to express that the machine is not working well. Then it makes a strange noise. It makes a strange noise. I need to. I need to verify. I need to open, and then you mention the object. I need to send a report about it, and like that. I need to speed things up, accelerate something, do things faster. Check the brushes once a fortnight. Check the brushes of the machine one time every 15 days. Yes, so check the brushes once a fortnight, 15 days. Then I have to extend the shot. It means that you're going to make the shutdown longer. A minor fault, a little, a little problem or the main problem that something is having. Yes. Now you're going to help me match the expressions with the phrases in the left. So Lisette is going to help me with the first one. If I tell you, Lisette, that something is small or unimportant problem, it's not important problem, what does it mean? Extend the shot, speed things up, have a look at it, a fortnight, or a minor fault.
Extend the shot.
Do you think that is the same answer, Edwin?
No, teacher. For me,
Why
it's
not?
a minor foul.
A minor.
A minor foul.
Yes, it is a minor fault. When you hear the word minor, means little fault, little problem. So that is the answer. When you say that something is a minor fault, you're saying that it's small problem, something that is irrelevant, something that is easy to fix. It's a minor fault. Yes. Now number two, David. David,
Hello.
number two.
Number two. Check it. Check it. Fortnite.
No. If I tell you I will check it, what am I saying? What is another word to express check it?
Um, have a look. Have a look at it.
Have a look at it. Have a look at it. If you say, okay, I will have a look at it, you're saying, okay, I will check it. Yes? Le voy a echar un vistazo. So have a look at it or check it. That they are expressing the same thing. Number three, Juan. Juan,
Hello.
number three.
2 weeks.
Wait. Extend the shoot.
No, number three. If I tell
A
you
period
a
of
period
the
of
week.
a period of 2 weeks, mhm, the meaning is letter. I need that you read the two things. You tell me the letter. For example, a small or an important problem means letter E, a minor fault. Number two, check it means have a look at it. Letter C. Now you read number three.
A period of 2 weeks. Or a fortnight.
Can you hear me, Juan?
Letter A.
Uh-huh. Letter A.
A. Extend the shoot.
Are you sure? If I tell you a period of 2 weeks, or if you want to see it in a different way, si lo quiere ver de otra manera, esas expresiones que tiene al lado derecho, ¿qué significan? Si yo le digo a fortnight, ¿qué significa a fortnight? Si le digo a minor fault, ¿qué significa? Have a look at it, ¿qué significa? Speed things up, extend the shot. Hay una palabra en el lado izquierdo que significa lo mismo que la que está al lado derecho. Entonces, ¿cuál es?
Fortnite.
Okay, but tell me the letter.
Fortnite.
A
Letter
fortnight.
D.
Letter D.
Letter D. Okay, so a period of 2 weeks is letter D. A fortnight. When I say a fortnight, means every 15 days.
A fortnight.
A fortnight. A fortnight.
Okay.
Next one, number four. Number four, Nancy. Do something faster. Letter.
Letter B,
What is the expression?
speed things up.
Good. If you say that you need to speed things up, it means that you need to do something faster. Yes? And the last one, Adolfo.
Make the shutdown longer is letter A, extend the shot.
Exactly, extend the shot. Yes, for more time. You're not going to turn it off immediately. You have to do it to extend like some minutes later. Like you push the button and you stay there for some minutes and like that. Yes. So those are the expressions. I repeat them. When you say that something is small or unimportant, that it's just a little problem, you can call it a minor fault. A minor fault. If you want to say, okay, I will check it, you can also say, I will have a look at it. I will have a look at it. And the meaning is the same. Hey, Stanley, my computer doesn't work. Help me, please. And then Stanley says, okay, I will check it. Or he can say, I will have a look at it. I will have a look at it. And the meaning is the same. Or I can ask Stanley, Stanley, how often do you receive a payment? And Stanley is going to tell me every 2 weeks or in a period of 2 weeks. It's possible. Or only one word, every fortnight. Every fortnight. And that means every 15 days. Um, Stanley is, I don't know, is installing a program in my computer. So I can tell, hey, Stanley, we only have 40 minutes. You need to do this faster. Yes, you need to do this faster, or you need to do it faster. If I want to use expression, I would say, hey, Stanley, you need to speed it up. Speed it up. Speed this up, or speed things up. You need to speed it up. You need to do it faster. Then Stanley tells me, don't shut down the computer immediately. You need to make the shutdown longer. You need to extend the shut. It's another way to say it. Yes? So those are expressions that you can use when you are talking about troubleshooting. Now that everyone is here, who's driving right now? I know that Manuel is working. Who's driving? Francisco Spire is driving. Another person that is driving? No one? Juan, are you driving?
All right, teacher.
Yeah.
Right now I am not driving, but in some minute I have to drive.
Okay, Juan Ramirez, are you driving?
No, teacher, sorry. I had a visit my mom in Zacatecoluca City, but our internet is very slow.
Oh, okay, no problem. So someone sent me a message. I'm driving. So I don't know who is, but it's no Francisco Spire. Okay, so someone here is from the IT department. It's Marlon, but he is not here right now. Another person that is from the IT department here. No one? IT department? No. Okay, because I wanted to hear experience that someone from IT department had trying to fix something. But if we don't have someone from the IT department, I guess you have called the IT department sometime. So we are going to start with Roberto. Have you ever called the IT department? Or have you
Yes,
ever
teacher.
asked for help? Because sometimes you don't need to call, you only go to the place and ask.
Yes, I have asked for help.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Um, for example, every every time when I arrive to my job from my day off, I found the same problem. Airflow system is erased from my computer. I don't know why. I at this moment, because it's a system used frequently my assignations. I call them and ask them for help, and also I do my, how do you say, reclamation, because I told him I could understand why phone every week this the same problem is that computer is only used for me. Yes, and they told me, okay, I want to help you because you have a problem with the AP. Maybe other people or other person was lawyer in your computer, and the system is the same, independent of how many people are logged on the computer. And I
Okay,
imagine maybe I am too hungry,
angry.
hungry, be- angry because for me that is not normal. I believe they are doing something too bad or not correct.
Okay, good. So the information is erased, he's saying. Good. So the
Yes,
problem with Roberto is that he has to ask for help very often because this thing is happening with some frequency. Good. Omar, tell us your experience. Or you need some time to remember.
I don't know, teacher. I don't know.
Okay, try to remember. Next person, David.
Mm, ITD department.
Yes, your experience asking for help in the IT department.
Mm, I don't remember in this moment.
Okay, try to remember. Nancy?
Sometimes I can print or my folders are locked. The emails do not load, or I have problems with my credentials to enter to the PC. It's the most common problem.
Good. Thank you, Nancy. Adolfo?
Okay, sometimes I call you because I forgot the password to enter and to enter my user or enable my existing application the application called Niweya and I forget the password and I call for help to restore the password.
Okay. So that is true. It is very common to forget passwords because you have passwords for many things: Facebook, all social networks, your cell phone, bank accounts, or for the debit card, credit card, and all those things. So you always have a password. So you need to memorize many numbers. And same thing happened to Stanley yesterday. Or I don't know if he fixed it at the end, but the system or Schoology didn't recognize the password. So he said that he will contact tech support. So tech support is also like IT department because they help you fix things related to technology. Good. Now, Edwin.
Yeah, normally uh, the mechanic don't call to AT department, but the most common fault is the app is not responding for send request for QC or don't load the repair manual. So we tell our supervisor and the supervisor called to AT department.
Oh, interesting. So you have like a process to follow. You don't call IT department immediately. You have to tell your supervisor, and your supervisor contacts the IT department.
Yeah,
Good.
we can call, but the supervisor have more power. Yeah, on the company. So,
So in other words, if you call, probably they will get next day to visit you.
yeah, maybe.
The supervisor calls, they go immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. You said?
Um, I can to call to AT department when my user is locked. Um, I need the user unlock for I need to send to my boss the reports to training very very fast in the morning.
And why do you have your user locked? Because of the password?
And yes, in Ironman, como each month
Hmm.
the password is uh,
Change.
exchange.
Oh, now I understand why you forget it. Okay,
Yes.
good. Let's see, next person, Stanley.
Well, teacher, cleaning. I call the IT department every month because, like, in this moment, I'm working from my house, so every month we have to change the password, and I can change my password because if I change it directly, I lose the connection with the VPN of Ironman because the IT department have to help me every month.
Good, interesting. Constantino.
In my case, on Monday, I went to the office, and when I connected to the company network, I did not connect it. I called technical support to review the problem and only reset the computer, and the problem was resolved.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
called.
yeah, I call. Mhm.
Good. So it was an easy solution,
Yeah.
probably. Good. Joshua?
In my case, because in Ironman exists one app for Word, and usually fall the internet, I suppose. And when the app fall, I can read the reference, or I can send a request. For this reason, it's necessary reconnect the internet for the iPad. It's very usually this kind of the fault.
It's very common.
It's very common. The mechanic don't have access for call the IT department. And in my case, I go to visit the office face to face, speak with the IT department and for solution. I asking for solution. It's my experience.
Good, Joshua, good. So you are right. You have three ways to talk to tech support or IT department or maintenance department. The first one is through the phone. So you only call and like that. The other one is online, sometimes sending emails, or if you have a group on Facebook like that or WhatsApp and like that. And the other one is in person, as you did it, Joshua, face to face. So you go to the office and you tell them to help. Good. Felix?
Hi, good evening, teacher. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I call the parliament support sometimes. The tool and mechanic code is duplicate information. The support department solution or solve them, sorry, the information for the core mechanic. Only experience sometimes at work.
So what I understood is that you have problem with connection.
No.
Is that what you said?
The information core mechanic or is correct. The mechanic core employee core mechanic information tool using in system duplicate the same.
Oh, now I understand. So the information is duplicated. And then you get confused.
Only enter information is correct. Only department support.
Okay, good. Thank you, Felix. So let's see, next person, Juan Ramirez.
Okay, in my case, for example, I am to operation supervisor. I need the password for my email. I need the change for 1 month. 1 month cada mes.
Every month.
Every month. By for example, I need in the system I system in my password and change for every month. For the para pedir materiales.
To ask for material.
For access materials in the warehouse and the saying the QC. That's it.
Okay, good, thank you. Omar, do you remember one?
One time I forgot the password of my email, and let's see. And I use my cell phone to recuperar my password.
To recover my password.
Yes, to recover my password. And I have a lot process. Is in the process is a little bit long because is my email is was ¿cómo le digo? Sincronizado.
Synchronized.
Synchronized with my social network and
Okay, good, thank you. And the last one, David.
Yes, I remember. And the update for the iPad and the missing for the app, and I call for the ATD.
IT.
ITD department.
So that was to update the application or the tablet?
The tablet. And the missing
Okay.
for the missing application and call the AT department.
Oh, there were missing applications.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good. So all those things that you were saying related to computers, some of them were related to tablets, some of them were related to emails and like that. And it is important to know this vocabulary. It is important to know IT department because some people don't know what IT department is. So it is very important to know it. If you go to work at another company and you hear IT department, now you know what it is. Yes? To right now. Okay, Edwin. If you go to another company and you work in another company and then you hear something related to troubleshooting, now you know what it is. If you hear someone saying that it's a minor fault, now you understand what it is. So all this vocabulary is really important because it is common, and sometimes they are in English, but they are used in Spanish too. For example, IT department is in English and in Spanish. Yes. So this is like universal language, so you have to know it. And we are going to watch a video. And here you're going to see why it is so important to know um, this vocabulary and also to know some instructions that you have to follow. So let's and pay attention to it.
It's frozen! Nothing will work!
Yeah, and all my football scores, company accounts, have disappeared.
Can anyone get their computers to work? Or is it just me?
Welcome back to the offices of Tip Top Trading, where, as you can hear, there appears to be a bit of computer trouble. Everyone's work seems to have disappeared. This is serious, so who can sort it out?
Leave it to me. I'll sort it out. You just need to switch it off and on again, like that.
Hold on. Let's check. Denise! All my documents have gone now.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to help. You'll just have to call IT support. Look, here's their number.
It's support?
No, Anna, not it, but IT support, information technology, sometimes called computer support. Most big companies have them. These are the people who sort out your computer problems and get everything working again. But be careful, they might ask some tricky questions.
Okay, thanks. But what should I say to them?
Tell them I'm having problems with my computer. Then say, the screen keeps freezing, and I seem to have lost some documents. Tell them I've turned the computer off and on, but that hasn't fixed it. Finally, ask if they can help, please.
Well, I'll give it a try. Here goes.
IT, Dave speaking. How can I help?
Oh, hello, Dave. I'm having some computer problems. In fact, everyone is here.
Right, what system are you using?
What system?
Yeah, what are you using? PC, laptop, Windows XP?
Tell him it's Windows 7.
It's Windows 7 on a PC.
Oh, good, good. This should be easy. Were you using many applications when it crashed?
Applications?
Did you have lots of things open? Documents, spreadsheets, videos, other software?
Well, I suppose I did.
Right. Well, Anna, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Well, Anna, try pressing Control-Alt-Delete at the same time. After that, try opening Windows again.
Okay. Tom, could you open the windows, please?
What? What? The Windows?
Yes, Dave says so.
No. Open Windows 7 on your computer.
Oh, silly me. No, the screen just freezes. I'm a bit worried because I think I've lost some documents.
In that case, the only thing to do is reboot it.
Reboot it? You mean kick it?
No, reboot means turn it off and on again.
Oh, I see. No, Dave, I've already tried turning it off and on again, but that hasn't fixed it. What am I going to do?
Don't panic. I'll come and have a look. You're on the second floor, right?
Oh dear, this is a bit worrying, but I'm sure Dave, the IT man, will get things sorted. Remember, if you have important documents, it's best to back them up on a memory stick, just in case you have a problem like this. Let's remind ourselves of the phrases we might use if we have to call computer support.
I'm having problems with my computer. The screen keeps freezing. I seem to have lost some documents. I have turned the computer off and on, but that hasn't fixed it. Can you help, please?
Oh, hi. Is Anna here?
She's over there.
So, Anna, I'm just going to unplug the screen and put the wire back in.
Okay, Tom, but are you okay down there? Mind your head.
Excuse me. Are you Anna? I've come to fix your computer.
Oh, hello. You must be Dave? I really like your hair.
Oh!
Thanks. You look rather lovely. I'd better take a look at your computer.
Don't worry, guys. It's okay, I think I've fixed it.
Looks like Tom has a rival. Is Anna going to fall for the charms of Dave, the IT man? Or is he just going to upgrade her software? This could get very interesting. But there's still work to be done, so join us again soon for English at Work. Bye!
Okay, that was a story. It was kind of funny. Now, as you could see, there was a problem. The girl didn't know much about computers. She didn't understand what Windows was. So open another window, and she was asking the man to open the window. So she didn't know the meaning, and it is important to know it. Then she didn't know also what the meaning of what was this one, reboot. And reboot was to turn off the computer and turn it on again, or shut down the computer and shut it on again. But she didn't know. She thought that it was that she had to kick the computer. So if you don't really know these terms, probably you will also misunderstand it. And at the end, the other guy supposedly was helping to fix the problem. But you really need to know all this vocabulary. You also heard some expressions. I'll have a look at it, or I'll take a look at it, as you could see it over there. You also heard expressions like hold on. The meaning of hold on is like if you say wait. Hold on. Yes, wait. You also heard some words like plug. Plug is like connect. Yes, so you will plug, and the opposite, disconnect, you will say unplug. You also heard some words like wire. Wire is the cable. For example, if you have internet, you have two options: wireless, using Wi-Fi, or with the cable, and you connect it to the computer, especially to desktop computers. So they use a wire to have internet. Yes. Well, nowadays we have a USB not memory, but USB. I don't know how you call it, but it is like an USB, and you don't need the cable. You only have it like Wi-Fi and like that. You also heard the word backup. Backup means to save your information, because in case something happens to your computer, you have the information safe. Yes, that is backup. Another word that you heard over there was sort out. Sort out is not very common, but the meaning is solve a problem. Yes, to solve a problem. Sort out. Then they were also saying press, to indicate that you needed to keep some keys pressed at the same time. Press Alt. What is the combination of keys? Alt,
Control,
Control,
delete.
and delete. Okay, so those are the three keys that you need to press at the same time. So then you get like a dialogue over there that you have to read and close windows. Yes, some windows that you have open, you close them, and it says it doesn't respond. So that is especially the one that is affecting. You close it, and that is the solution for many problems related to computers. Yes, so all those things are going to help you, and you're going to have a conversation right now in pairs. One of you is going to be from the IT department or tech support or maintenance department. If you don't want to do it related to computers, you can also use it for something else. Maybe there are some tools that you use at work, and you have to call the IT department. So work in pairs. One of you is going to be the IT man or the IT woman, and the other one is going to be the worker or the employee. Ask for help. Remember that you have different ways to ask for help: formal and casual. Formal, could you help me, please? Casual, can you help me, please? Yes. And something that the man was saying at the beginning: when you answer the call, you're not going to say, I am Nancy. Or when you send a message, I am Nancy, you're going to say, this is Nancy. This is Nancy. Or this is David. This is Constantino. You will never say, I am Constantino. Why not? Because you are not face to face. If you are face to face, you can say, I'm Constantine. Yes? But if you're not face to face, you would never say, I am. Well, like here, because we are seeing each other, we can say, I'm Nancy, I'm Juan, because we are face to face, but not physically, but we are seeing each other. So I can identify you. But if it is only a call or a message, I cannot see you. So you cannot say, I am, because I don't know who the person is, where. Yes? So you only say, this is Nancy, this is Stanley, this is Constantino. Yes? Or it's Constantino. It's Nancy. Which is more common? This is Nancy. Yes? And like that. And you're going to work in pairs, create the conversation, not related to computers because that was the video about. So you will create it about something else. Maybe a cell phone, maybe a tablet, maybe I don't know, an application.
On a smart TV.
Smart TV can be. So you can call, as I told you, IT department, tech support, or maintenance department. So call one of those departments to get some help. So I will give you exactly 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, you need to create that conversation. It's not necessary to write it, but you need to have clear the points that you're going to have in the conversation because you don't have to read. Yes? So you will work in pairs. I know that Manuel is working, and I know that Edwin Mendez is driving right now. Francisco Spire arrived home, and now David is driving. So they changed positions. So we are going to have Edwin and Manuel just as listeners in this part of the conversation. So we are going to create the groups. The first one is going to be Adolfo and Constantino. The second one, David and Nancy. The next one, Francisco Spire and Juan Ramirez. Next one, Stanley and Felix. Next one, Francisco Gaitan. Francisco, yes, Francisco is there, yes. And Joshua. Next one, Lisette. So we will have a group of three. Lisette, Omar, and Roberto Zuniga. So you will be three. Edwin and Manuel, you will be hearing some of your classmates. So enter right now. Enter guys, enter Lisette, enter Manuel, Edwin.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. Which problem we speak?
Maybe with a printer?
Excuse me?
Maybe with a printer?
Ah, okay. Okay. You are IT support?
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Adolfo. I have a problem with a printer.
Maybe Adolfo needs to answer first the phone. Maybe he needs to say, "Good morning" or "Good evening. Thank you for calling IT department. This is Adolfo. How may I help you?"
Okay.
Something like that. And then you say, "Hi, Adolfo. This is Constantino. I'm having a problem right now. I need your help." And things like that. Yes?
Okay.
Okay, I start. Good evening, Constantino. Could you? No. Ay, se me olvidó. Se me olvidó. ¿Cómo lo dijo el teacher?
Thank you for calling the IT department. Thank you for calling
Ah,
the
yeah.
IT department. This is
Okay.
Adolfo. How may I help you?
Okay, thank
Because
you
you don't know
for
that Constantino is calling you.
yeah.
You don't know his name.
Okay, thank you for calling to IT department. This is Adolfo. How may I help you?
How?
How may I help you? How may I
Hello.
help you?
Hello, Adolfo. This is Constantino. I have a problem with a printer.
Oh, all right, Constantino. What is the problem with your printer?
The printer not turn on, not turn on,
Doesn't.
doesn't turn on.
Doesn't turn on.
Okay, first you can check if the printer is connected to electricity.
Yes, I checking the printer is connected to energy.
Okay, Constantino. When you try to turn on the printer and some light turn on or anything light or turn off, stay turn off.
Yes, the light red is turned on.
Okay, what is okay, Constantino? What is the model for your printer?
The model the printer is Canon S200, 2000. Is 2000.
Okay, could you repeat the model for your printer?
Is
What can I say? I don't know.
No, when you try the connection with shut off the TV and shut off the Wi-Fi box.
Try to shut off the TV and
The Wi-Fi box.
Wi-Fi box. This is the name.
Router.
Oh, router. The router. Así. Con D.
Yes, with router. Router is the same, router. Only when you say David, at times the Wi-Fi is connect and disconnect. In that case, it is sometimes the Wi-Fi connects and disconnects.
I can
See my favorite series. Good.
try to shut off the TV and shut in the router. And loading.
And
And
what?
va a volver a cargar todo. And doubling, teacher.
No. Reload.
Ah, así.
Reload.
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 Only with the letter D, no ED at the end. Reloaded is the past. Reload. With D. Just that. And reload what?
Reload both equipment.
But why reload?
Actualizará.
Update.
Update.
Update maybe. But how can you update a router? It's not possible. Maybe the TV for
yes.
Or maybe reboot it.
Reboot probably, or restart would be better. Restart. In that case, it's better if you say turn off the TV and restart the router. Turn off the TV and restart the router. No, because the TV, it's not possible to reboot it.
Only the router.
Yes, the TV is only turn off. So turn off the TV, and restart the router would be a better option.
And restart the router. Okay.
Good.
Thank
you.
I question as I changed my new password. Is the moment of the change. Oh, okay, excellent.
Okay. You already have your new password. What
Yes,
what can I? Yes, sorry. Tell me.
Yes, it is the moment is the push at the new password.
Okay. It's all for
excellent.
That apparato, I don't know how to say. I don't know what changed, but something changed in the TV. That was the only solution.
The TV, what changed?
Inside the TV, I don't know what changed, but at the end, $60.
Do you finish, guys? Do you finish?
What?
Do you finish?
Yes,
We need to create a conversation. One of you is going to be the IT man, and the other one is going to be the worker. So you call the IT department asking for help. When you finish, you will present it to the class. Felix?
Since the practice, I start a client and finally.
Felix, are you using a computer or a cell phone?
Cell phone.
Because
And the computer.
sometimes I don't hear you pretty well, but it's only you.
Really?
I don't know if it is.
Here, but is.
I don't understand. Sorry. Repeat, please.
Maybe you need to wear headphones. With head, I think that it would be better.
I using the uh, um, bocina. Sorry.
Oh, maybe that's the reason. Because I hear like distortion.
Really? Okay, I change the device.
No, I'm just telling you, but if you're okay with that, no problem. But sometimes it is kind of difficult because there is like distortion over there for the sounds. I thought that it was the microphone of the computer or the cell phone. But now that you're saying they have
No,
a speaker, it might be one of the reasons.
okay,
Okay, continue.
okay,
You have 8 minutes.
practice,
8 minutes to finish it, practice it, and then you present it. 8 minutes.
practice time. Uh,
Okay.
I you start. I environment support.
Okay, will be the customer.
Estaban hablando de agua, por ejemplo. Entonces,
In
si
English.
estaban hablando de agua, simplemente le decías no.
Do you finish
Good
it?
evening, teacher.
Do you
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So try to practice it because you have to pass. You will be the first group to pass.
Okay.
How many minutes is the time?
A short conversation, but not too short, because you need to
Okay.
you need to give instructions. Yeah.
Yes, I practice right
It's
now.
pretty,
Okay.
it's pretty short.
Yes. Start.
Yeah,
Okay.
Esther, please.
Good morning, IT department.
Good morning. Principiante is talking. What can I do for you?
Yes, my iPad is in bad condition because I lost the internet connection. Could you help me?
Yeah, sure. Please enter the menu and check the connectivity. The connectivity
Okay.
is on.
Yes.
Please turn off and turn on again.
Okay.
Just wait a minute and check it out the
Okay.
connection.
Okay. All right. I got it. My iPad is in good condition again.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Anything else?
It's all. Thank you.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too. Bye.
Good.
Bye.
Or you can only say thanks. You too. Thanks. You too.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Just in the case of you cannot say
Turn it on.
turn on or turn off. You need to mention what. Turn it on. Turn it on
Okay.
and turn it off would be better. Yes. And
Okay.
the other one is that Joshua never mentioned his name. So it's better if IT department answers because IT department answers the call. So he could say, "Hi, good morning. This is Francisco. Thank
I'm doing that way because when I call the IT department on Ironman, always the IT department do at that.
Okay, good. And the pronunciation, Joshua, is IT, not AT. It's
IT.
department. IT department.
IT.
Yes.
IT department.
Good.
Okay.
Probably you can
IT.
practice it like a second time. Yes. Try to practice it a second time.
Okay. Good morning, IT department.
Oh no.
Yes, yes. Digo, hey, you have a um, Una contestadora automática.
Difficult
An
to
answer
contact
machine.
them.
Do you
And
finish
you
that?
have to, sorry?
Do you finish?
Yes, teacher, we finished.
Yes.
Okay, because you will pass in front of the class until the conversation.
Okay.
So in your case, I think that one of you is going to be IT department and the other two,
Customer.
I am the customer, but we couldn't give communication with Lisette.
Lisette is not working.
I am watching the connected. She's connected, but she has closed the microphone.
Lisette, are you there?
Uh,
Lisette?
I think the exam.
Oh, she's doing the exam.
ah,
Okay. So in your case, you will be the only two. Practice it because you will be the second group in 2 minutes.
okay. Okay, thank you.
Enough day.
Thank you.
Thank you for call to the department.
Thank you. No, por ahí más o menos vamos.
Pero ya lo mejoramos.
Sí.
Ok. ¿Quieres? Démosle otra vez.
Ajá.
Ok. Suena el teléfono. Good evening. Thank you for call to IT department. This is Adolfo. How may I help you?
Hello, Adolfo. This is Constantino. I have a problem with a printing.
Hello, Constantino. What is the problem with your printer?
The printer doesn't work.
Oh, could you check if in your printer have any message or any light turned on?
Yes, the printing have a red light and a message that's paper.
Oh, good. Yeah. Take. Oh, good. Could you check in your printer if any door has not complete secure and inside of the paper bin maybe paper is attached?
Okay. I opened the trash and had a little piece of paper.
Try to remove the little paper.
Okay, I tried to remove because the paper is on border of trash. Okay, Adolfo, I removed the paper.
Good. Could you print again to verify if it's functional, if correctly functional?
Okay. Yes, Adolfo, the printing is printing very good.
Okay. Thank you for your welcome. Thank you for call to IT department.
Thank you, Adolfo.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Calling for position, so you use the gerund. Calling. Okay, let's go back to main station. Okay, guys, let's listen to the first group Francisco, Gaitan, and Joshua.
Good morning, IT department.
Yes, good morning. Francisco Gaitán is talking. What can I do for you?
And yes, my iPad is in bad condition because I lost the internet connection. Could you help me?
Yes, sure. Please enter the menu and check the.
Yes.
Please turn it off and then turn it on again. And wait a
Okay.
second.
Done.
Okay. Check the connectivity again.
Oh, yes. All right. The iPad is in good condition again. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else?
No, it's all. Thank you.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too.
Thank you.
Good job. Let's give it up for them. Good. So just in the pronunciation, IT department, like I, subject I. So you see the letter I, IT department. Just that. Good. Next one, number 2, Omar, and your partner was Roberto. So let's listen to them.
Okay.
Hi, good morning. This is Omar Sopor. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Roberto Zúñiga. Hi, Omar. Uh, I am asking for a help because I have a problem with the internet system on my residential internet system, and I have to send a file for my job, and I couldn't because I lost the internet connection. Could you help me?
Sure, I can help you. Could you give me the ID of the router, please?
Nice. 444-555-972.
Okay, give me a couple of seconds to check your ID router, please. Okay, could you reset? Could you hold on the reset of the router, please, during 5 seconds to reset the router?
I understand the reset push button is a button we have on off or el button we have RST letters. I don't know.
This is to off and from. The bottom up, to off and to on.
Okay, but I understand you say reset. It's not the second button.
It's the same button to reset the router.
Okay, 5 minutes, 5 seconds.
5
Okay,
seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna check in the router, ID router. Give me a second, please. I was watching that you have the same problems. If if I don't mistake, you have this is the second time. If it's right.
Yes, it's the second time, but let me restart my computer.
Okay, the possible causes is the router is old. If you have time the day tomorrow, I will send you a technician to resolve the problem.
Okay, let me check on my. I will try to send the email. Okay, I could, but Yes, this problem is repetitive. I will be waiting to you to come tomorrow in the morning because, like I told you, I use the internet for my job. It's very important for me. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too.
You too. Good. Thank you. Let's give it up for them. Good. Including special effects of cell phones over there. Okay. So
Yeah.
maybe Omar answered like that because he had experience like having problems in calling Claro or Tigo, because that is very common here in El Salvador. And they always say the same. Please hold the button for five
Yes.
seconds. You press the button and 5 seconds later you have the same problem. And then say, okay, so as I can see, we are still having some problems in that area, but we will send some technicians to fix that problem in the next 24 hours. And those 24 hours are like
Yeah.
3 days. So that is very common in here. Good. Now, just pronunciation, it is router or router. Yes, router or router. Router or router. Yes. And the other one, if I don't mistake, is if I'm not wrong, if I'm not wrong,
If font,
that's number one. Number two, if I'm not mistaken. Number three, if I don't make a mistake. Talking about problems, and I got one. Okay, so I was telling you, I don't know what happened, but it has signal. I guess it was the computer that recognized the second net. But I was telling you that you have three different ways. I don't know if you heard me, Omar. Oh, you did. Okay, so I was saying no, it's mine too. Number one, you can say if I'm not wrong. So I will type it so that you can see it on the screen. If I'm not wrong, which is the most common one, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, like that. Or the other one that I told you, if I don't make a mistake. Which is more common? The number one. If I don't make a mistake. So if I'm not wrong is the most common expression to say. Yes? And the pronunciation, remember, is router. Good. Next one, Constantino and Adolfo. Let's listen to them.
Hey, good evening. Good morning. Thank you for call to IT department. How may I help you?
Hello, this is Constantino. I have a problem with a printer.
Hey. Hello, Constantino. This is Adolfo. What is the problem with your printer?
The printer doesn't work.
Oh, could you check if appears any message or any lights on in your printer?
Okay, the printer have red light and a message task paper.
Oh. Could you open the paper bin or checking around the printer in indoors in the doors is complete secure?
Hold on. Adolfo, I opened the trash and there is a piece of paper on the border.
Oh, good. I see. Uh, could you remove the paper, the piece of paper in the burner, and then try to close the door and try to clean again?
Okay. The trash closet properly, and I can print it very well. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you for calling to the department. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Only that.
You're welcome.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's give it up for them. Just practice the last expression. Have a nice day. Good. Now, something that you asked was what what is the problem of the printer, and that is possible. But there is another question that is more common. This is what you're going to see on the screen right now. What seems to be the problem? Yes, what seems to be the problem? Seems is parecer. What seems to be the problem? Okay, what seems to be the problem? And then he starts saying, oh, I don't know, but the printer doesn't work. It doesn't turn on. And then you continue with the rest of the information. Good. Next one, David and Nancy. David and Nancy are next. Can you hear me, guys? Is
Yes,
David
but
in
then it is
class,
the first one.
Yes.
playing video games, or what?
No. Wait. I have problem with connection. Okay. Okay. Hello, this is David. I have a problem to connection my smart TV with Wi-Fi.
Hello, David. It's a pleasure to greet you. Thank you for contacting Samsung. This is Nancy. How may I help you?
Sometimes the Wi-Fi connect and disconnect and I can see my favorite series.
Try to turn off the TV and restart the router.
The problem persists.
Okay. Tell me the name of the serial number of the TV to enter and review which is the problem.
Okay, let me check. The serial number is 23467DD.
Thank you, David. Hold on, please. Okay, David. I'm reviewing the TV and the problem is your Wi-Fi is less than the capacity for what the TV needs. That's why you have a bad connection.
Really? I will connection with my internet provider. Provider. How many megabytes need to TV?
Yes, of course. It is necessary to have a good signal. The TV has 15 megabytes.
Thanks. I will call to Claro. Thank you. Thank you for your support.
It was a pleasure for our company. Have a nice day, David.
Good.
Bye.
Good. Very formal. Very formal. Good. Let's give it up for them. Now, just David, when you say to connection to Wi-Fi, you cannot say to connection to Wi-Fi. You say to connect. The verb is connect. Connection is conexión. Yes, en conectar, connect.
Okay, teacher.
Then the pronunciation is provider. Provider. Nancy, the pronunciation is signal. Signal, signal, no signal, 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 signal. And something important that you mentioned is that you said review the problem. You don't say review because review is like repasar. For example, we are going to review the topics. Yes.
In this,
But in that case, it's check.
Check.
what?
The word is check.
Take.
Check.
Check.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Check. So I will check the problem. Yes, I checked in the system and the problem is this, this, and this. Yes, good. But then the rest was super, super good. Next one, Felix and your partner is?
Stanley.
Okay, so Felix and Stanley.
First, for the time. Good evening, Felix. I called you for support for my laptop because I'm trying to connect to the Wi-Fi and doesn't connect. Can you help me, please?
Good evening, Felix. Okay, Stanley. First, check the password of the modem is correct.
Let me check. Yes, it's correct. I'm connected with the with my cell phone.
Okay. Second, keep the modem. Power button, press 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we finish by turning on the on I turn on the modem, please.
Okay, let me try. Okay, and restart the modem, like you say. And yes, it's working right now. Thank you for your support.
Okay, have a nice day.
Have a nice day too. Thank you.
Okay, good. Let's give it up for them. You said like you said, and it is like you said. Said in the past, like you said in the past. And when someone tells you, have a good night or have a nice day, you usually don't repeat the same, have a nice day too. You only say thanks, you too, or you too. Only those words. You don't need to repeat all the phrase. Yes? So you only say thanks, you too. Good. And the last one, Francisco Spire and Juan Ramirez. Let's listen to them. 1, 2, go.
Hi, this is Francisco. What can I help you?
Hi, Francisco. I had the problem is my password in the Delta subway.
Okay, you forgot your PPR or your password?
I forgot in my password.
Okay, you visit our website is deltasupport.com and you click you see the forgot your password and follow the rules. If you have your cell phone number and you put your number and then the system send you a security code and you will reset your password.
Okay. Is the moment they push in my cell phone number? Okay. Thank you, Francisco. I'm changing my new password in the Delta website. Thank you, Francisco.
Okay, if you have another question, tell me.
No, Francisco. Thank you if you help me.
Okay, thank you for calling tech support. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Okay, let's give it up for them. Good. At the end, Francisco, is thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Yes, thank you for your help. Then what can I help you is how? How can I help you? And the last one, you said follow the rules, but it has to be follow the steps or follow the instructions. Because in that case, they are not rules, they are only instructions. So you click on forgot the password and you follow instructions. But then the rest was good. So now you know how to call IT department, and you also know that if you are in the IT department, you can also help some people. Obviously, it was better if we had Marlon because he knows how to deal with this kind of situations, but he wasn't here. So now the attendance, Felix,
Present.
Josue,
Present.
Eric is not here, Marlon is not here, Adolfo,
Present.
Nancy,
Present.
Omar,
Present.
David,
Present.
Francisco, Gaitán,
Present.
Constantino,
Present.
Stanley,
Present.
Edwin,
Present.
Manuel,
Present, teacher.
Juan,
Present, teacher.
Lisette,
Present, teacher.
Francisco,
Present.
and Roberto.
Present.
Okay, no homework for this weekend. Only one. Only one. You need to memorize the verbs in past participle. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs in past participle. This is what you need to study from today until Sunday. The past participle of irregular verbs. Why? Because on Monday we have the most important topic in this level, and that topic is present perfect. So you need to be early on Monday. I don't know how, but try to be in class early so that you can understand this topic because sometimes it's a little bit confusing for some people. Yes? So the first thing that you have to do is to memorize irregular verbs in the past participle, past participle, not simple past, past participle. So that's all for now. I see you next week on Monday and have a nice long weekend. Bye guys. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.